if I want to be with you, it's because I want, like, I want to provide, like, I want to do whatever I want. And if I do it, it's because it's going to make me happy, because I know it's going to make you happy. But if I'm doing it with the expectation of, well, now you got to do this for me.
Do you sometimes think about that? Like, you get like a big payout, like on OnlyFans or whatever platform.
Or your own.
And I don't even get that much because I don't really work my OnlyFans like that. Like, I talked a lot to my guys. I don't charge a lot. Like, I'm very conscious with the stuff.
Very economical.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, not everybody can. Like, when I'm talking to the guys or whatever, like, I don't charge them a lot for things, you know?
So, yeah, but like, do you ever get like a check and it's like, man, that's crazy that people pay me for this? Like, do you ever have that?
No, I work for that. And I know exactly how worth it is. And I tell you what I don't understand when people get paid for dumb shit. This is not dumb. This is doing something to somebody that it's nice. I tell you what I don't understand. The people that get millions of dollars of checks on freaking TikTok for dancers. That's what I don't get.
You had said, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You had said earlier, so you have your oldest son who went to school, book smart.
Yeah.
You have your youngest who's
straight up a hustler.
Smart. So it's almost like an experiment at this point of how they're going to be raised to see how.
It's not like an experiment. It's I'm older. I have less patience, and I have more vision and more time, and I own my time. When my older son went to school, I was starting my career. I couldn't take care of him the way that I can be there. My mother doesn't work. I'll take care of my mother, you know, and my son is at home. Like, I could afford a teacher to come and do homework with him. Like, there's things that I could afford that other people cannot afford, you know, and I also worked for it to afford it. But yeah, it's definitely different because I can afford it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can afford now a life that, you know, when your 20-year-old was his age, you couldn't do it.
I couldn't. And on top of that, I'm older now. And I know
more.
I went to college after I had him, you know, and the world have changed. I have changed with it. I got more knowledge now, and I know what's important. And if my second son does not want to go to college, well, I didn't even want the first one to go to college. I begged him to take a year off. I was like, yo, just get drunk, fuck bitches,
find yourself.
Fun. You don't want me to go to college. You don't. It was fucking like, oh my God, it was so dramatic. And now he's going to college, full ride. Nice. And he decided to be a piano teacher.
Jeez.
I know, bro. It broke my heart.
What would you say if maybe when he was done graduating and stuff, he says, hey, mom, I want to get into porn?
My other son will never say that.
Does he know what he knows what you do, right?
Everybody knows what I do. I never thought of that, and that's a question that I actually did a podcast, which I invite you guys to watch it. With my son.
Oh, no way, that's so cool.
With your son,
and with my 20-year-old son, and he asked me a bunch of questions. Found out he did drugs and everything that I didn't know. The only drug that it's allowed to do in my house is cannabis. Okay. Everything else you have to lie to me about. Okay. So he told me he did all the things, and I was like, on that podcast, there's a lot of things that we got off, you know.
That's cool though.
He even told me what I messed up on and everything. He told me that was a very rough mom, very strong mom, and he's not a rough kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, no, we gotta take a look at that.
And it's in English, so there's a lot of some podcasts that I do are in Spanish because my guests don't speak, you know.
Right. Okay.
So, you know, it's just different. It's different. I would have done things differently when I started if I knew what I know now.
Yeah, that's life. That's what life is all about.
Yeah, so that's the reason why you do something different with this one. Plus, this one needs more attention than the first one. The first one was very, you know. This one, it's nope.
It's more energy. Like I think more personality, probably more
extremely.
Right,
like
more enthusiastic.
Too much. Not it sounds too smart.
Really?
Too smart
for like their own good sometimes. Like, oh my God.
Beyond his age.
Yeah.
That's exciting because I feel like you see that
that's exciting for you.
No. I feel like for
you, don't have him.
But you see a lot of potential in him, though. You see a lot of potential.
No, he has tons of potential. He has tons of potentials. He makes his own money. I didn't learn how to make my own money until I was like, you know.
Yeah.
And he makes his own money with my own friends and family. Like, imagine when he goes out in the world and he realized that he could actually make money from other people.
Right. People
like, you know.
I see him as one of the kids that they'll be like, hey, I'll give you $20 if you mow the lawn. Then they're like, all right, I'm going to go find someone that'll do it for 10. Exactly. And I'll keep 10. Give me the 20 and I'll outsource.
He is that kid to the point that somebody asked him to let him $10. He said, "You gotta bring me back 12."
Right.
Interest.
How?
Interest on the loan.
I don't teach him those things, but he's around. He hears.
Yeah, kids are like sponges. They absorb everything and they learn, man. You'd be surprised.
So, I wanted to ask you something else. What advice would you give someone who probably has like a similar story to you in the sense where they went to school and they're like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm considering doing that. What would you tell them?
Porn takes more from you than what it gives you. And it is not the time to be a porn star. It's the time to do whatever you want to do. You know, porn is not the solution if you're just doing this because you think that there's a lot of money. A lot of girls had sex. Not everybody is a porn star.
Yeah.
There's a lot of girls in these 13 years that are nowhere. Not everybody is Mia Khalifa that did 3 movies, cried about it, and now she has millions of followers and it's all over the world making money.
Isn't she doing porn again?
But Mia Khalifa was never a porn star. Mia Khalifa did porn.
So there's a difference between being a porn star and just doing porn?
Yeah, she's known for her porn, and she make a big deal out of the fact that she didn't like it and all everything that she did, which is
she's done interviews and documentaries where she's like,
she got screwed over. She made like a couple $100.
That I feel like shit when I'm on the street.
So she's not a porn star then. She did porn. She make bad. You're not a drug addict. You did drugs. You know.
Damn,
you're bringing some insight.
Yeah, you are dropping some bombs in here.
It's just what it is.
Killing it. I love
you know,
that's true.
Yeah, because a lot of people. I mean, there's this whole persona about porn and like it's like you're gonna get rich quick and stuff like that. It's hard work. Like porn is work.
Yeah,
you know?
You've seen a lot of probably some younger girls get taken advantage and stuff where they think
all the time. But they take advantage on jobs, regular jobs too.
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot school everybody. People don't want to listen to me. I've gone to clubs and tell strippers, you don't need to be dancing. You could be doing OnlyFans when OnlyFans started. And they were like, no. When freaking coronavirus was here.
They were hurting.
They were doing house calls.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I've tried to drop. Now I stopped dropping knowledge on people because people don't want to listen to you because I don't freaking drive a Ferrari. I drive a fucking Toyota because I love Toyotas.
Yeah.
Like I moved from an Escalade to a damn Toyota. Like people don't want to because you're not wearing Gucci and Prada. People don't want to listen to you because of that. But people don't know your bank account. People don't know how many years you could take off. People don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know? So I stopped teaching people.
It goes into what you said earlier too. I think we had associated to relationships how women, we had used women, but that they'll be like, oh, I don't want to start from the bottom. I want to date someone exactly when they're on the top. And it's like, like I know what it takes to get to the top, and I don't need to.
Do you know my husband right now? Because when I started with him, I had nothing that what I had owns 50% of everything that I am.
Yeah, it's like the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
If I ever divorce this guy, he takes half of Angelina Castro.
Yeah, no, bye. Goodbye.
Yeah, no. Maybe not. It's hard.
Just think about it. And that is on a female perspective. In the male perspective, in the female perspective, exactly the same thing. You build things with people so you could owe them.
True, but I also think that it's beautiful to a certain degree because you were there at a point where he had nothing and you stuck by him.
Exactly.
And he was there at a point where I had nothing.
Exactly. And I think that just shows the strength and also maturity in relationships that when people, they just want to, hey, well, I want to get a guy, a high value man who's already there, or I want to date a woman who doesn't have, it's like sometimes.
A high value man can afford to not deal with you and have what you can offer.
And it's also the same thing with men who they say, well, I can't date an independent woman because they don't need me. It's like, well, you would want to be with the person not because they need you, because they want to be with you.
Listen, I'm going to New Jersey now for a convention. My grandma is dying. She's at home.
I'm so sorry.
Nobody could stay with. Mom stays with her, and then we have somebody to take care of her. But at nighttime, we both have to, either my mom or me, or my mom, my husband, my mom, my sister. 2 people need to be in the house. I have kids. I have fucking goat and 13 chickens. I have 2 dogs. I have a 20-year-old, a 7-year-old, my mom, my grandma, like a house.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I'm going to New Jersey now. I'm going to go. Who's going to have my back in the house? Who's going to have my back? Dude.
Yeah, husband.
And then he has to go to LA after that. Who's gonna have his back? Me. Did he have my back when I went to make my money? Yeah. Do I need to have his back when he has to go and make his money? Yeah.
But you also want to have his back.
It's not a thing of wanting or not. It's just what it is. And at this point, it's not a want. I never had a negative thought about having his back or him having my back. It just doesn't happen.
It's just something
because
you
it's
do.
real.
True, but at the same time, many can argue and say, well, you just said, well, he owns 50% of Angelina Castro. Mm-hmm. It's going to cost you more to not have him around anymore. They can say, well, you're just with him because...
That's a looser way of thinking.
And, you know, I'm just saying this as...
That's a looser way of thinking. Yeah.
But it's also possible.
It
exists.
At that point, you're already thinking about like the worst outcome. What would happen if, rather than okay, this is the person who's always been stuck by my side. I'm going to stuck by.
Well, he does. But right. the whole point that I made about that is that Angelina Castro was nothing, and we built it together.
Right.
That's so true. The whole point that I was thinking, I mean, he owns it. He's not gonna get 50%. He'll never take a shit from. He'll never take a penny from me. I mean, when I had implants, he told me he would take one of them though. But now I have no implants, so he cannot take anything. You know?
Well, remember that when we had Alessia on, and Alessia saying that, you know, that women will stay with men because of the power trip.
Because they don't know, women will stay with relationships because they don't know how to do it alone.
The thing is, I know we had the example. She was a licensed mental health counselor, and one of the cases that she had was, it was a woman that came in and she was dating a man who had money. And she didn't have a job. So it's almost like she relied on that income. You know what I mean? So it's not like she
didn't think of better about herself.
Exactly. And she allowed the man to manipulate her own emotions to force her to stay, which is why she was going in the first place. Because she was...
I'm going to get a little shit for this. No one makes anybody do anything. Mm. No one manipulates anybody to do absolutely anything. You can manipulate me to give you $10 one time.
Yeah, but we're also talking about...
If a woman stays with a man for money, for power, because she doesn't want to get off her ass and work, she's part of the problem. She is not she is being abused. She is being abused. I'm not saying not, but she's putting herself on that abusive position that... Oh, I can't go in. I'm not talking about physical. I'm not talking about none of that. Right. Yeah, because you guys are already like going to start in the comments. I'm talking about if you are a young, old, whatever woman and you stay with a man and you know and you recognize that you stay with him because tú quieres pasar trabajo.
Yeah.
You know, you are a lazy ass bitch. Period, bro.
I agree, man. Because if you are in a position where like you choose to stay with this person because of the lifestyle this person is providing.
You're lazy.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying that. I'm saying in the case where mentally and emotionally the woman is so traumatized and maybe abused to the point that she no longer believes as herself as enough, where she needs to, like she went to therapy. She went to go see Alessia. Mm-hmm. Mental health counselor, because she needed help. Like her head was all over the place and she had prior traumas that she didn't know, and this guy that she was with was kind of exploiting them, making her feel like, well, now she needs to be with me because she's had this.
And that woman was put in that, how old was she? Probably my age. That woman was put in that position because of all these rules we previously spoke about. Period.
Oh, it's hard to break those cycles, especially if that's all you know, or what you've seen your friends and family members have gone through. But ultimately, I mean, in terms of like, if it's not, we're not talking about abusive relationships. We're talking about like literally if there's a need for you to.
I don't love him anymore, but I'm with him because of the kids. No, you're with him because you don't want to pay your own freaking mortgage.
Well, I have this not a friend, but people I know them, and their relationship is stagnant. It's not really a relationship, but they live together because they're roommates. They don't want to pay full rent. We live in Miami. It's expensive. So it's like, bro, you're with this person because you want to be with this person because you want to work things out, or because you don't want to pay your own rent. That's a problem. That's a problem. And
exactly.
It happens all the time. I've seen it so many times.
Society is so fucked up right now. Like relationships are so messed up, and I feel so bad for single people because it is crazy. It's shit from both side of the aisles, and it's bad. It's very, very bad right now because what you are looking for does not exist. What you are looking for right now does not exist. because that
harder
woman
to find.
does not exist.
So at all.
Give me hope.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
But yeah, and you
Women under 40 right now, women anywhere under 35, let's just say 35, are shit.
So I gotta find me a woman over 35.
Yes,
Let
a
me write
woman
this down.
under 35 right now are shit.
All of them.
Majority.
Okay.
yeah, the majority.
The majority.
Yeah.
90%.
The majority.
And you attest that over to social media because you had said that earlier.
I
the
say
internet.
I say it over social media. I say it because of I had to cut my DMs, right? But yeah, I learned a way how to. The old lady learned how not to accept any more DMs. Yo, I was so excited when I was like, yo, look at this shit.
Yeah, I bet you had a bunch of requests in there. Was like some crazy.
And I get a
stuff.
lot of verified requests from ball players and basketball players and the kids, you know. And I look younger than 40 years old, and I'm like, yo, I could be your mama, but I'll give you some advice. And I put them on game, and then I have created this online relationship with these kids, right? And they tell me the issues that they have with women, and I peep game, like I give them like the game, and I tell them how to do things, you know. And I'm becoming a counselor for young money.
That's so cool.
You know?
So what is a lot of like? What do you see in common that is happening that a lot of guys are
girls just they're a mess, man. Where do I start? They think that the queens without a crown. They all needy as hell. It's superficial bags and all that other shit. Man, where do I start?
No, and especially
They don't want to give anything to relationships. They just they
want a free
mess.
ticket.
Yeah.
Especially if you get like professionals, like athletes or like these people that are writing to you. I can only imagine it's like, oh yeah, like what they just want me for this.
It's a thing because men, in order, like I said, men will pay them just to have sex with them and would not give them the knowledge that they need. So they're gonna keep on going in life thinking that they earn that or that they deserve that. I'm like, when you see a woman doing some fuck shit, stop her and tell her.
But I think with those guys, the same guys that reach out to you, they also in a way enable these people by flying them
I just
out.
said that,
and,
yeah.
But it's like a vicious cycle.
I just said that, but
Right.
what you need to realize is that you can do that. It's perfectly fine. Hey, it's a hustle, and you don't have to. The people that can afford these girls, or this type of relationship or this type of transaction or event, don't want to deal with you.
yeah.
You getting what I want, I getting what I want, and he's getting what he wants. But when a woman comes to you with that bullshit, you need to stop and tell her, give her some game. Because if you just like dismiss her without giving her game, she's gonna keep on going in life thinking that this is just the way it is. My titty is itchy. What the hell?
Titties itchy. Yeah, because I'm imagining maybe a girl who's probably has been flown out, and she's like, well, this is my value. Like I got flown out by someone. What are you gonna do?
Exactly. It's
I got flown out by Drake. Am I gonna date you? The conversation. I didn't.
Right.
I did not. But I'm just saying, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
An example. Yeah, no, 100%. It's like
Yeah, but Drake ran to 5 girls this freaking year.
But it's Drake.
it's Drake.
Who the fuck is Drake? Drake is probably the most horrible person in the world. He's probably like a bat in bed. His dick is probably stinky.
He probably doesn't even have a penis.
You know, like who is Drake?
Let's start a rumor. Drake doesn't have a penis.
You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
Let's start a rumor. You hear that, Drake?
do you know how many of these rappers are on the low? When I was a dominatrix, homie, I put it down on a lot of these motherfuckers. You know how many of these rappers are just doing this just because they need to do that so they could keep on going?
Keep like what, like their image?
Yeah. Do you know how many of them can? Girl, read.
I've heard too bad. I've also heard of athletes.
Not read.
A lot of
read.
athletes. There's this one athlete. I heard some stories. I'm not gonna say no names.
No.
But I suppose he like getting pegged.
It's true.
Like put stuff in his butt.
Very tall, center field.
No, this guy's a shortstop. But there's more of them.
Yeah.
You see, that's the point. And like there's all these things
In
that
strip clubs, strippers talk a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
some nasty shit
And
back there.
there's something that, and there's one, there is, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that you'd be surprised. I've heard some stories where it's like
Rappers, ball players, politicians, a lot of politicians. Judges. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, because remember their reputation, their image, their whole life is built on this idea that they have to be a certain way, and then doing something else in public or whatever would jeopardize that image. So
yeah, do you have to like be careful or like? The thing is that you're very like, well, I'm me and this is my stuff, so I can do what I want. But do
you know what?
Like,
but I'm also very private.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, like, are there ever certain things that maybe you can't say, or like you have to do that you don't want to because it's the image and it's the brand?
I never do anything that I don't want to.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ever, because I own myself.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. You're more in control of that because like you see like a politician getting in trouble or some stuff.
Not only politicians, people that work in the radio, people that work on TV. They cannot say certain things because then it goes against this part of society that they need their money from.
True.
People, you buy anything in this world. Unfortunately, you buy anything in this world. You can buy people's loyalty. You can buy people's loyalty.
No, I agree.
You can buy people's ideas. You can buy people's life. You can buy people's soul.
I mean, think of like, for example, like drugs that get brought into the country and then they're just going under the radar. Like
not even drugs.
No, but that's just an example. Like that's just like we count on. Let's count on
let's
them.
talk about a crazier example.
Sure.
Crazier example.
What's a
right?
crazy example?
You know that this product right here does not work.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But I just pay you $5,000 to say that it did.
Mm.
And you are going to do it without thinking the repercussions that or the lives that you are going to fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening in this world. And with that, it's absolutely everything.
I think that's what sucks because this country is built around business and making money where people are willing to say anything
because
for the right price.
People are not educated.
Yeah.
Well, we need to educate people on social media. It's here to fuck up our lives. And we need to educate people. I work with the same 4 or 5 companies for the past 13 freaking years. Right? I don't go to tell you that I drink that juice from Juicy and that tomorrow's Martica's juice is better.
Right.
No. People need to get educated on things, and you need to start looking at these influencers that are influencing your life with bullshit. All of these fucking emotionals or whatever speakers, it's not emotional, what is the name?
Motivational speakers.
Motivational speakers are drug addicts and are alone at home.
Yeah.
Okay? And most of them were given money to be there to feed you this bullshit that you are buying, and they're unhappy people.
Yeah.
It's like those people like, oh, let me buy my course for $500 and I teach you how to do this or how to get rich or like all those schemes. We've talked about it the other day briefly. It's
but the sad part is that you'll have people who they'll go the rent a Lambo just for that commercial. They'll withdraw all their money or they'll get like max out their credit card just to pull cash to show like, look at all this money I have. Look at my Lamborghini.
And then people fall for
look,
it.
I'm on a balcony at the beach, like because this is
but
where
the
I'm
lack
traveling.
of education.
Yeah.
Is what makes people do these things.
They fall for it. It's like the fucking schemes.
But it's also, I think there's also a desperation from people who are like, well, if he can do it, well, I want to be able to do it too. So you want to...
Do you have the talent to do it though? Do you really know what he is doing? What is he... The first question is like, what is he doing? What is he doing?
Yeah.
You know? What is he doing? Because when you look at me, all you see is that I'm a porn star. You don't see that I have a product that is the best sell product of the company. You don't see that I make my money from other things. All you see that is I'm a porn star. Now you think that just if you become that, you're going to be me.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But you also
you've been having sex for free all your life and you haven't gotten anything from it. So what make you think that what I do is just to have sex?
But I think so we've actually talked about it before that, for example, if you do OnlyFans with just the idea of making money from OnlyFans, you're fucking up. You have completely established yourself as the brand where you don't have to rely on porn. It's Angelina Castro, your product, your the cooking, your podcast, your the name. Like you have so much where I feel like most women now who are at least dabbling now into OnlyFans, it's like, well, we only want to just
I
do
just
this.
feel that OnlyFans is a great thing, and at the same time, it's very messed up because these women don't even read. Do you know that OnlyFans own every content that you put in it? Do you know that they could tomorrow turn around and every single video that you put in it, they will make it a DVD and they can sell it? Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you freaking read? The same thing with social media. They could use your pictures for whatever they want.
And but that ties into everything that we were talking about. Like everything is so quick that people, they're like desperate to. It's like, oh well, you're doing it, I'm gonna do it too, without
People
even thinking
think
the
that
repercussions.
their happiness is going to be on a superficial thing. All these happy couples are not happy. All this bullshit on social media, it's fake. I've worked on TV to know how fake people are. I've been on TV shows where people hate each other and you think that they loving each other. Like, y'all need to stop looking at these people and put them on a pedestal because they are bullshit. They living off you.
Yeah.
If you follow, this is something that I want everybody that's watching me to do right now. Go to the people that you follow. And if none of them can teach you anything, if none of them can teach you how to save money on a meal, or how to mix and match clothes, or how to do that, unfollow every single girl that shows you an expensive purse and an expensive pair of shoes. Unfollow every single girls that travel the world and take pretty pictures. Unfollow all that negativity because you cannot afford it. It's only making you feel worse. Start following people that will entertain you with their content, that will bring something to you, that will solve an issue, which is the reason why I don't show purses, I don't talk about money, and I definitely do every single that I do. It's because I want to make sure that I could help you to do something. If I go to Dollar Tree and I spend $20 on groceries, I want to make 3 meals with those groceries because I want to teach you how to cook with $20 for your family. Because my mother made $250 a week and I was fed.
It's like how can I get better at my life, or how can this positively impact my life?
No, what that's super important that you said that, because we want to follow everyone because of how pretty it is, and we think that that's the goal, because
you feel bad about yourself.
But we only make ourselves feel like when you're traveling stuff, and I'll be following your page of travel, I'm like, man, this guy is always traveling the world.
Yeah, we've talked about
but
that.
It's almost different in the sense how you do it, because you do it as a more like, hey, this is educational, like look where I gone, you can go here.
Look what I did, and I brought a backpack and I stayed at this hotel for $50, not in the freaking 5-star hotel, and I jumped from a yacht. No, I was walking the streets to know Europe. And this is, and if you have $200, this is what you can do. And you can find a job there and then pay for this. That it's different.
Yeah.
But the picture with the hand on fucking Santori's.
Yeah. Where is it? In Greece or whatever?
Santorini.
Santorini, guys.
Yeah. Get it right. Yeah, you're right. You went to Santorini. You know about Santorini?
I've been there. Yeah, I took that picture. No, but I 100% get where you're coming from. It's refreshing to have somebody and acknowledge it. Somebody like is you're like a public figure, so you see the behind the scenes. You've been on,
you know the BS.
Yeah, you've lived the lifestyle in terms of
it's easy to read when it comes up. You're like,
yeah, I've seen girls and I study and I laugh because I made a TikTok the other day and I say, how you know when a balserita is making money? Because they start wearing Prada, Gucci, Gucci. They make their socks with their purse, with their hat, with the club, and and no, man.
Yeah.
No, bro.
It's all. How do I look? Like it's almost. It's getting validation from other people.
That
No, it's like I want people to think when they see me that I get money.
That I got money without knowing that that's not money. Because Gucci, there's nothing more horrible than Louis Vuitton, than Gucci, and that all those products that put the brand everywhere. That is for poor people. Oh, but it's $3,000 a purse for a poor person. Real Louis Vuitton doesn't say Louis Vuitton. Real Louis, it's for rich people. And rich people might not even buy it. They get it gifted to them. So you could buy it. So you could go and buy the cheap $3,000 Louis everywhere.
Yeah, no, I saw a video, or I think I read an article where it's like those brands are made for middle class.
For poor people.
To make them feel like they're rich, only to make them spend more money.
There's no middle class. Middle class can afford to get a purse.
Yeah,
poor
but
people
not freely.
Poor people that buy that shit struggle to buy that shit.
Yeah. But I feel like for the middle class to buy a bag like that, it's only going to keep them at the middle class or drop them to poor, because down there trying to look like the rich class. Further eliminating
what is
the
poor
middle
and
class.
what's middle class?
That's the thing. I think middle class, it's no longer even existing anymore. Before there was a middle class.
There's poor and there's rich.
Because everybody wants to look rich. So they're like, well, me as a middle class, I can afford this bag. I now have to work 2 weeks.
Can I afford the bag? I can afford the bag. I can afford the bag. You damn right, and I can afford the bag. Can I afford the shoes? Yes. But I'd rather I went through somebody's Instagram the other day, and the girl, it's a new upcoming sensation.
Sure.
All of them buy freaking shit. Nobody shows you the real inside numbers. Everybody shows you the outside numbers that can be bought. Yeah. So anyway, she's a new sensation. She was brand out everywhere, you know. And I counted the bags that she had. She had about $40,000. You know what you can do with $40,000 in all the stuff that she was wearing in all the pictures? You could buy a trailer, cut it in 4, rent it for $1,500 every single efficiency, and you will have financial freedom.
Yeah, it's true, but they'd rather wanna show off the bag and say that they can, because when they're like, oh well, I dropped 40 bands on this instead of your stupid trailer. That's how they see it. Yeah, it's like, well, but how does the trailer doesn't look good on me? But the glasses.
The trailer looks great on you.
Looks good in the bank account.
Because good in the bank account.
Makes the bank account look good.
Yeah.
You could buy that bag a year from owning that trailer without hurting you.
The trailer can pay for 4 of those bags, like if you wanted to.
But you know, it's okay. We need dumb people.
Yeah, no, it helps. Those dumb people help us get rich.
Edit this part out.
Nah. Let's keep it in.
Man, it's been great so far having you here.
You kicking me out already?
No, well, we're in a very unique position to have you on the show, so I was hoping I could ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah, please do.
Pertain to your industry, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, let's do it. By the way, before you ask me questions, single or married? Anybody? Single? Girlfriends?
Yeah,
girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I'm talking to somebody, so single.
Yeah,
legally single.
Just letting you know, I need this part so I could put it on mine so I could start marketing you guys.
Sure.
Single as hell. Yeah. I'm single as hell.
Put the phone number right here.
Single as hell.
Go ahead, ask me the questions.
Okay. The question that everybody wants to know: does size matter?
It does not matter. Size matters for porn. Now it's a great topic. I'm glad we touched that. I was missing that question.
I know. Hey, I was ready. I had it here.
I had you on a high standard to that question.
Because Marvin knows what he's working with. He doesn't have to ask.
All right, I tell you this: size doesn't matter because a female female has pleasure on the outside. Female doesn't have pleasure. The inside only needs 3 inches. Nobody likes 3 inches. Anywhere from 5.5 to 7 will be amazing. 6.5, it's what I like. For porn, size does matter because my backside is 52 inches. Anything will get disappear there, and you're not gonna be able to enjoy it. So size only matters for porn. A female that knows herself could work with a finger.
I like that.
Well, we did have someone who was gay on, and she said, I mean, she didn't even, she would just play around with her hands.
So size doesn't matter because she doesn't have anything to have a size.
She literally said that. She goes, hey, you're counting on your one penis. Like, I can do whatever I want with this. And we're like, okay.
I like that. Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's motion of the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
The size of the boat.
Have you ever had sex with a fan? Maybe pre-marriage? Well, maybe.
Doesn't even matter.
Because in the industry, there's like
a lot of fans. A lot of fans. A lot of guys that I have.
But are they real fans or is it all
no,
part
I'm
of
gonna tell you what. I've been in the industry for 13 years. People that I have sex with right now were my fans. Like they became porn stars and I'm a fan of your movies. You know, like I'm an old lady, guys.
Yeah, but you never probably had like those.
No, hey, I'm a fan. Let's have sex. Not rarely.
Yeah, but
it happened, but not really.
Though, right?
Yeah,
that's like a thing.
Okay, I'm a porn star. Like everybody that's gonna have sex with me, whether they pay me to have sex or they did a movie or they did a private movie or whatever, they're fans.
Yeah,
it's a very broad question.
Right. That's true. Do you get recognized in public
a lot
often?
Yeah.
Sure, well, you're from Miami, so.
From Miami and outside of Miami.
Right.
I just know how to dress not to get recognized. If I'm like this, everybody will recognize me. If I'm dressing like me, nobody recognize me, which is awesome.
Do you have a favorite scene?
Yes. Yeah. It was an MMA fight on a cage, and I did it with Nat Turner. It was my first, one of my first scene. It lasted 2 hours. He was very mad because I never gave up, and we were like doing it for 2 hours on an MMA cage. And the whole point was like whoever gave up would. Obviously, I have more energy. I don't need to give up.
Sure.
We'll just put a clip here for the viewers at home.
The description. Let me see.
My favorite scene, the scene that I was more proud of.
Okay. What's your favorite position when it comes to sex?
Or does it matter in general, or is it exclusive per the woman, or do you have like
for my personal movies?
Both.
Okay, on movies, my first one is my Captain Morgan. That's mine. Like nobody does it but me.
Really?
What is it?
The Captain Morgan.
My Captain Morgan.
So standing.
No.
How would it be the Captain Morgan be?
He's laying down. One of my knees is on the, and I'm just going like that. That's my Captain Morgan. I'm known for that.
Really?
It's my Captain Morgan. Just look at my movies and you see my Captain Morgan. It's great. My butt looks amazing, and I'm very good because I have a lot of control and I can move. On my personal life, missionary, or to the side with this foot up and then yeah.
What'd you say? No.
I'm laying down. I'm laying through the
sideways like
yes.
From the top point of view.
No,
that's the best. You get everything. You have boobs.
Yeah,
you get butt. You get everything.
And everything goes in there, and I could it's great.
That's a good position. Do you ever get like burned out from work where when you go home, where you feel like I'm not even in the mood, like where when you're intimate with your husband?
Not really, because we don't really work like that, and it's totally different. It's totally different, like relationships than the sex that I have because I want to have sex than the sex that I have in a movie. You know.
Because if it's in a movie, it's like a scene, like it's almost like scripted, right?
It's a choreographic intimacy.
Like they tell you what to do, the lights, so there's people in the background.
Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like that.
That's true.
Let's see. Oh, do you ever, in terms of the scenes that you do you ever like fake an orgasm, or do you come every time?
Nobody has. If any porn star will tell you that they have an orgasm, it's impossible. You know how hard it is to have an orgasm? Imagine having sex with somebody that just got there and you met him.
No,
bullshit.
But not only that, I actually heard of someone answering that. Since you have like a whole team and a production, it's also difficult.
You can pretend to have an orgasm,
right?
Come on, man, don't get bullshit.
Yeah, it's like
Cap.
it just seems like uncomfortable.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
like you just have so much going on.
Sometimes you don't even have orgasm in your own private life. Imagine in a movie set with all that shit going on. It's bullshit. Do not believe that shit. I could pretend to have an orgasm, but no.
I had a question for our viewers at home. Any tips on how a guy can last longer?
Yes, Miami Lakes Medical Center, they have a great system that is for erectile dysfunction, and it's exactly what all the people in my industry use. And I cannot be specific with what it is because I am not a doctor, and now on social media you cannot even talk specific of treatments because then it's selling illegal drugs and substances. But I always thought, how these guys do it? How do they do it? How do they last that long? It's definitely help. Right. And follow me, La Angelina Castro, on Instagram or castronews.com. That's where all my regular social media, and I'll talk on those sites about it a little bit more. But yeah, it lasts a lot.
But it's a procedure for a man to undergo.
There's not a procedure. It's something that you do to yourself, and it's like a substance.
It's like an injection, no?
And you do it to yourself.
Well, we actually we had a gentleman on. He works in Doral though. But he's a sex doctor, sexologist, sex whatever.
Hours. I'm talking about like boom boom.
All right, we'll talk off the air.
Yeah.
I gotta come more information.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, this one maybe. Do you eat ass?
No.
No.
Disgusting.
That's your cut.
For how much? Just kidding.
Name your price.
Yeah, the number goes up.
No. There you go, guys. Look at how much I care about these people. There you go.
Oh, awesome.
We'll put it in the description, of course.
Get on it. Yeah. Yo, I've seen it working from guys from like 20 years old to like 70.
I'm gonna hold on to this.
Yeah. So no, I don't. I know it's not my thing.
Not your thing.
I don't do balls much either.
Okay.
No, give me platanito. That's all I do.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that last one's pretty good.
Yeah. So for our listeners and viewers, how would you give advice to somebody who's maybe struggling in terms of communication in the bedroom? Do you feel like there's something people could do?
Because some people can find it awkward, or maybe they think that they're hurting someone.
Right. Communication is bullshit if you're not listening. The other partner is not listening to it. So when I say like the best, the most important thing in our couple, it's communication. No, it's not. It's listening. Yeah. Communication is bullshit. We can communicate a lot of things, and you're not gonna take any from it.
I say it all the time. I think it's communication and comprehension.
Yes.
Because I can be talking.
Comprehension. You don't need to talk for me to comprehend things. You can just need to look at me, or just go like that, or do something. Yeah. You know, it's caring enough for the next person. it's a key to a better intimacy, better sex.
You got any other questions there?
No, I think man, I think you covered a good amount. You have anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I wanted to promote the. I want you to.
Yes.
I want you to promote yourself.
Actually, before that, so yeah, we have what's called a final thoughts moment. On the final thoughts, you can give advice to your younger self, something that you live by, anything else that you want to share, and finally, I want you to sell yourself, which you already dropped a little Instagram things
everywhere.
But go ahead and do a little bit more of that. But so yeah, floor is yours. Final thoughts. Any last
final
thoughts?
Number one, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. This is a great podcast. This is a great podcast. Don't take it to the extreme, dude.
I'm dancing like TikTok dances.
It's fucking Cubans. And it's I love it. Be you. It's the only thing. Be the real you. Number one, get to know who the hell is the real you. Don't be the you that you want everybody to see. Be the you that you really are. And that's something that has always, my real good friends have always told me that what they appreciate from me is that I am the real me. What you get is what you see. I am not one of those type of people that you're going to see here like this, and then you're going to see her tomorrow on freaking Sedanos, and she's going to be totally different. No, I do not have a persona. This is who I am. What I tell you are my, Angelina Castro is a thing. It's a porn star, and who I am on my private life is I am. But my thoughts of Angelina Castro is exactly the same as how I live my life by. I don't shelter behind, an image. No, what I really feel this. We live in a world right now where politics it's ruined, Instagram is ruined, TikTok it's ruining us. Just know who you really are, and don't feel bad if you are not what they are telling you to be. The all advice that I'm telling you. Learn how to take care of yourself. That's why I brought these amazing products, which let me tell you something. I went through porn, not knowing how to clean myself and killing my flora. Flora, it's something that a vagina has that is very important for females in order to fight a lot of bacteria and things. So I created this product that is 100% organic. It's with a small company called Garner's Gardens. He's a veteran. He's a black man. He's out of Washington, D.C. This product, it's organic. It's vegan. It is the best thing that you can clean yourself with. It will balance your pH. A lot of women don't even know what pH is. It's crazy. You have pH and you don't have vagina. We got pH in our face. The whole body, it's a fucking pH, walking pH.
Yeah.
So this is very important. It is called Intimate Wash from Garner's Garden. And now I created a spray, which... I call it a intimate spray, but since I'm Cuban, we call it a chocha spray. Which, and by the way, this is not only for ladies, this is also for men. It is great, especially men that sweat a lot down there. You wash yourself with this before the gym, you're great. And this you take to the gym, ladies, or you take to work. It is a spray that makes sure that bacteria don't get in there. And this you could put anywhere in there. You just squat and do everywhere. And for you two guys, you are going to sweat less. It's going to smell better. It does not have chemicals. It is vegan. It is awesome. The good thing about these products is that you are going to read the ingredients. They're not a lot of ingredients. The ingredients list is very small, and you know exactly what is everything. Have you ever read, and even water when you drink it, hydro water, what the hell is that?
Like 50 ingredients.
Dude, the other day I went to
it's
the store
water
to get croquetas, right? But the frozen kind, right? Like it was just really quick. Man, there was more ingredients on the back.
Dan croquetas.
It was the scary. I still bought them. They were the scariest things I've ever read.
But why are you buying croquetas from the?
It was. I was on the go. I know. This isn't a normal thing for me.
You
I know.
need to go to Miami Croquetas, which are Cubans, and they really know the croqueta. Miami Croquetas. We need to send these guys a whole bunch of croquetas so they could talk about it. I'm gonna make that happen for you guys.
Where's that?
The best. No, they deliver. They deliver croquetas, and they'll make it cook already for your next podcast. I'm gonna get you with them, and they are the best croquetas. They have all kind of, and they're homemade. They are great. And let's just talk about something here that now you guys are in Miami, boys. The same way that I supported you guys and coming to this show that is amazing, and you guys gave me the opportunity and supported me so your viewers could see me. Let's do that. The next time that you're going to buy something, I know that it's a rush. Try to support a small business. I am a small business. If you don't need to consume my porn, consume my cooking shows. Just give it a like. Social media has me banned, by the way, because I am sexually explicit, which I'm not. But I can cook and get no reach because I'm too sexual for them. So like it. comment, send it to somebody, save it so my content could come. Do the notifications, not only for me, for everybody else that you like. Buy from small companies. Buy the croquetas from Miami Croquetas. If you need to buy a juice, if you need to get vegetable, go to Homestead. There is tons of vegetables there. Publix vegetables suck. Go to Homestead and get vegetables.
That's true.
You know, take that time and buy a bunch. They even last longer. They last longer. I got some mango from Homestead the other day. That shit lasts me 3 weeks. I get it from Publix 2 days later. It's rotten.
Yeah, true.
You
like
know?
No pesticides and everything. Yeah,
There's meat in home. There's so many things that you can just take the time and start investing in yourself. Invest in yourself, whether it's what you put in or how your mental, invest in yourself, which is the only thing that we have. And I hope everybody, including you guys, learned when coronavirus came that nothing else is important but what you had next to you on that fucking quarantine.
Yeah, the people at home.
It was the end of the world a year ago. It was the end fucking of the world a year ago. And you couldn't enjoy your car. You couldn't enjoy your Louis Vuittons. You couldn't enjoy nothing else but the person that you had next to you. And if you were a piece of shit person and you were in a big house alone, you made the wrong decision in your life. And I hope you learn in coronavirus. And I hope you turn it around now and become a better person.
That's true.
Man,
Jesus.
I haven't thought about it.
Man, I feel like running through a brick wall right now.
Yeah,
I'm like so energized right now. You ready for that?
This was amazing.
This was awesome. So with that being said,
Thank you.
we're good to wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, we're wrapping it up,
Wrapping
guys.
up.
So with that being said, it is time to break up. Thank you so much, Angelina. It was beautiful. Amazing to have you on.
Amazing. It was an honor.
We got a
you.
producer in training of the training. So, brother. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please like the video down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and ring that notification bell. Comment down below with any feedback, any ideas, topics, and support. At the end of the day, any engagement we get with us, with her, helps everybody grow, and that is the goal here. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and TikTok. I said that already. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, yeah. We're on YouTube. Spotify and iTunes on the go. Website, theconceptbreakup.com. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much. Till next
Pleasure.
time.
Ciao.
Bye.